Hello and welcome for the today's discussion. And today we are mainly discussing on types of canals, right? And some important questions. So first we have to understand what we mean by canal. Then I'll go for types of canal. And here even you can get a question like classification of canals, right? So first we will understand what we mean by canal. So here definition, and we'll go through the definition. So a canal is an artificial channel. So here it is artificial channel, generally trapezoidal in shape. So generally it is a trapezoidal in shape. Actually you can get a many canals, they are in different shape, but even you can see semicircular, and even you can see rectangle, and even you can see in the V shape. But in general, in many places you will get in trapezoidal section like this, right? So here it is a trapezoidal section, right? You can see here it is in many places you can see it is trapezoidal in shape and constructed on the ground to carry the water. It is right. It is constructed on the ground, right? It is constructed on the ground to carry water to the field either from river or from tank or reservoirs. So mainly it is from the source of water. So source of water here it is river maybe, or from the tank, maybe it is constructed at the tank or any tank, right? Or reservoirs, right? Okay, so then we'll see now classification. So many classifications are there based on some conditions or some purposes. So we'll see one by one how they made classification based on different factors. So we'll begin with first factor or first classification. The classification is based on nature of source of supply. So it is mainly based on nature of source of supply. So one is permanent canal, and second one is inundation canal. So here it is main point is nature of source of supply. So by the name only you can easily understand one is permanent. So here it is a permanent source of water, and inundation means whenever water is available in the river, right? So then only you can operate. So we'll see in detail what you mean by permanent canal and inundation canal. A canal is said to be permanent when it is fed by permanent source of supply. What I said, it is a permanent source of supply. Canal is a well made up to regular graded channel. Canal is a well made up regular graded channel. It has also permanent masonry work. So it means it has constructed permanent structure with the help of masonry or with the help of RCC, right? And for regular regulation as well as for distribution. The structure is constructed for regulation as well as distribution of supplies. A permanent canal is also sometimes known as perennial canals. Perennial canals because it is supplying water throughout the year. That's what even it is called as perennial canal. When source from which canal is an ice-fed perennial river. So in summer, obviously we are getting water from the rainy season, and in non-rainy season, it is a melting of ice. So throughout the year, we are getting water through the canal. That's what it may also called as permanent canal and perennial canal. Then we'll go for inundation canal. So why it is called as inundation canal? We'll see. Usually drawn their supply from rivers whenever there is a high stage in the river. So here it is what it is supply has been made from the river, but when water is available in the river, mainly in the rainy season, they are not provided with any headwork for diversion. So here it is what there is no any headwork, right? You can call it as a headwork means like no diversion, like a check dam or any structure which can store water on the upstream. No diversion, right? Of the river water to the canal. There are, however, provided with a canal head regulator, and head of the canal has been changed sometime to suit changing pattern of the river course. But here the work or some regulatory work for the canal is made, and the head is changing means level of supply of water has been changed based on the availability of the water on the river or in the river, right? So then we'll go for next classification, and classification is based on financial output. The word very important, it is mainly based on financial output, correct? So first one is productive canal and second one is protective canal. So here you can see productive means profit, in terms of profit we are talking, and protective means saving, right? In terms of some like no damages, or we'll see one what you mean by productive and what you mean by protective. So productive canal are those which yield a net revenue to the nation. So it is in terms of net revenue means in terms of tax. So if you want to use the canal, then you have to pay some tax, and through the tax the government can get some profit, and that is called revenue to the nation after full development of irrigation in area. So if you develop any project, and from that if you are getting any source of income, then it is called as productive canal. If the protective canal is a sort of relief work, if canal is constructed for the relief work, then it is called as productive. When relief work is needed, whenever we have a famine, means the shortage of food in that area, even in the flood, right? If you not manage properly, then there is a chances of getting flood. So next classification is based on the function of the canal, right? The word is very important. It is based on the function of the canal. So first one is irrigation canal, second one is carrier canal, feeder canal, navigation canal, and power canal. So we'll see one by one, and you can easily remember based on initial word. So first one is irrigation canal. Carries water to the agriculture field, right? Irrigation means agriculture. It carries the water to the agriculture. So that's what it is called as irrigation canal. Then we'll see uh, carrier canal. So what do you mean by carrier canal? Beside doing irrigation, carries water for another canal. So right, carrier, like no, we heard about courier. It is carrying from one place to another place. So here also from one canal to another canal, water will be carried. So that's what it is called as carriers. What carrier canal, right? And you can see the example is Upper Chenab Canal in the West Punjab, which is now in Pakistan. It is an example of one such a canal. A feeder canal is constructed with the idea of feeding two or more canals. So it is what feeding, supply, right? So here it is called as feeding canal if it is supplying two or more canals. And next is navigation canal. So by the name only you can see it is constructed for the navigation, or you can call it is for the transportation. And power canal, and this canal is constructed for power generation, right? So from the water we are generating water, that is called as hydroelectric power generation, right? For that canal will be constructed. And next type of classification is the classification based on boundary surface of the canal. So it is boundary surface of the canal. And based on type of boundary surface, canal may be classified following types. So one is alluvial canal, non-alluvial canal, rigid boundary canals. So if it is the boundary of alluvial soil, and if it is laid on along the boundary of alluvial soil, then it is called as alluvial canal. If it is along the non-alluvial soil, then it is called as non-alluvial canals. And if it is on the rigid area, right, on the rigid boundary, then it is called as rigid boundary canals. Then the classification based on discharge and its relative importance in given network of the canal. So it is classification is mainly based on discharge, how much discharge capacity, and relative importance in the network. Actually, in the network, it is what entirely five classification is a entirely one network. So in this network, how much it has the importance and capacity, right? So we'll see one by one. And first one is main canal, right? By the name only you can understand it is a main in the network. Next is branch. After the main, next canal will be next change like no main canal will be there, and to carry the main water to next level it is a branch canal. Then we have after the branch distributary major distributary, then minor distributary, then finally water course. So here it is started from the river to carry the water, and finally water course is supplying to the agriculture land, right? And even I have a diagram, from that you can understand very easily. So we'll see one by one based on capacity and importance, right? Okay, so here it is main canal generally carries water directly from the river to or reservoir. So it is carries the water from river or from the reservoir. Such a canal carries heavy supply, so here capacity is heavy supply, and is not used for direct irrigation. So here it is, we are not using for direct irrigation. As I told, main canal is to carry water from river to these branch canals, right? Except in exceptional circumstances. In some emergency use, you can use from the main canal, but generally we are not using water from the main canal. Main canal act as a water carriers to feeder supply to branch canals and major distributary. So even it is mainly supplying water to major distributary or branch canals, right? Okay. So next we'll see what you mean by branch canals, right? So branch canals are the branches of the main canal. So as I told you, by the name only you can understand branches. For example, if it is an engineering college will be one, but it has a many branches, right? Similar here, it is a main canal, and for that branches, right? So that's what is called as branch canal. In either direct, in the both the direction, right? Even it can like no take in right and left side also of at regular intervals, and even at the regular intervals. In general, branch canal also do not carry out any direct irrigation. So here also in general, actually in general, there is no direct supply to the irrigation, right? It is also network, and it feeds the water to the major distributary or major minor distributary network, correct? And usually a discharge of over 5 qmax. As I told, it is mainly classification based on discharge capacity and importance. So first importance is main canal. After the main canal, then we have to go for branch canal, and from the branch canal, right, is second importance. And capacity in a main canal it is heavy, but here is it maximum or it is restricted for the good condition. It is 5 qmax, right? Okay. So next, major distributary. So right after the branch canal, next importance is major distributary. Distributary, but it is a in that again in the distributary canal major, right? Usually called Ra Rajba, Rajba, a Rajakalvi, you can see in some South Indian language, but actually it is a major distributary take from the branch canals, right? It is a branch canals. They may also sometimes take off from the main canal. So it is taking off means it is taking the connection. It has a connection between branch canal, and in some condition even it has on main canal. But their discharge is generally lesser than the branch canals. So capacity lesser than the branch canals. That's what is called as major distributary. They are real irrigation channel in the sense that they supply water for irrigation to the field through outlet provided along them, and their discharge varies from 1/4 to 5 qmax, right? Okay. Next we'll see minor distributary or minor takeoff, right? Next is minor distributary. By the name only you can understand very easily, right? Minor. It is distributary but comparatively minor. Takes off from branch canals or from distributaries. The discharge is usually lesser than 1/4 qmax. 1/4 qmax. And they supply water to the water course through outlet provided along them. So outlet means discharge, right? So there will be opening, and it will be regulatory arrangements, but some gate will be there. With the help of gates, and water will be provided for water course, right? So we'll see what you mean by water course. So water course are filled channel, water course or filled channel. is a small channel which ultimately feeds the water to irrigation field, right? Actually, this supplies the water to the irrigation purpose, right? And actually, and the remaining canals will help to carry water from the source to consuming level, right? Depending upon the size and extent of irrigation scheme, a field channel may take off from distributary or from minor, right? Even it can takes from distributary, major distributary or minor distributary. Sometimes it may even take from branch canal, even from the branch canal for the field situated very near to branch canal, if it is situated very near to branch canal. So we'll see in the diagram how we can classify based on the purpose or importance and the capacity. So here you can see the river, right, which is flowing from, right, here from this direction, and here there is a construction of structure, and water head will be raised, and after raising of water head, the water is supplied through gravity flow to channel or canal, right? And here you can see headwork of canal, and this, and first, you can see this one is a main canal, this one is a main canal, and in some interval it is diverted, right? It is a may change, it is what branch canal. You can see here it is, it's a branch canal, and you can see, yes, it is what regulatory measures, means there is a controlling of water flow, right? So here it is branch canal. After the branch canal, you can see it is major distributary canal, and again it is a minor distributary. After minor distributary, there will be a again distributary, then it is applied with the agriculture land with the water course, right? So from here, source of supply, it is a main canal to water course. Next, so next classification is based on canal alignment. So it is mainly based on canal alignment. According to the alignment, a canal may be classified under, and you can see the we will see with respect to a figure, and one is contour canal, watershed canal, side slope canal, right? So here the you can see in the image, here it is a weir, like you can call like some structure to hold the water or raise the head of the water in the river. So then it is what constructed canal, and even you can see heavy cutting, and here you can see the alignment of the canal, it is going parallelly with the contours. You can see contour 100, 98, 96, 94. But main canal is going parallel to contours. And if it is a parallel to contour, it is called as contour canal. Then watershed canal. And we can see here in the image, dotted line indicates the watershed. And if it is supplied throughout the watershed, then it is called as watershed canal. Then side slope canal, and in the image you can see, which is based on the slope of the area, you can see higher slope and lower, it is provided along the slope of the area, but it is right angle to the contours. You can see it is a contour and right angle to the contour, right? So it is called as side slope canal. And now we'll discuss some of the important questions from previous year question papers. So first question is, in December 2019 and January 20, write a note on canal classification, right? For 4 marks, right? Classification, and you can write classification of canals based on some conditions. At least we have to write 3. Then June July 2017, what what are the canals? So here they are asking definition of canal, explain classification of canals. Next, in 2016 and January 2017, write a note on canal classification, right? So if you write up to all the classification, then it is good, because it is for 6 marks, right? And for this lecture, I mainly used BC Purnima textbook, and even I suggest you have to refer Dr. BC Purnima textbook for the more detailed discussions. And even you can refer parallelly as a reference Dr. N. Balasubramanya textbook. Okay? So thank you.